Hello everybody, this is Japhet from the Arc of Trading, back at it again with the daily top 10 for January 12th, 2021. So we're on Tuesday today, and we have here PSEI on an expected pullback. It was trying to break out yesterday, but it was rejected, as I remember mentioning. And then now we went down about 46 points today, and it got rejected on that resistance. As I didn't predict it, but like I was expecting it to not fully break out just yet because of this rejection right here, with the candle breaking back into the resistance, and then we see a drop off today. We're hoping that this trend line that we've drawn over the past few days, if you've been following me, we hope that this trend line is going to hold for PSE. We saw this drop today because we had 25 million pesos worth of net foreign selling today, and as usual, it's Tuesday. We were seeing a few days of rally, and today they just wanted to take profits. Some people wanted to take profits and secure those gains. So this is for me, this is a healthy pullback. That's why I mentioned on the last video that we were expecting the PSE to pull back a little bit before finally breaking out of this resistance that we have set up right here. So let's get on with our trending stocks for today. First off, we have Dito, and we've been watching this ever since it created this lower high back in January 8th, and we're looking at it right now, and it's still respecting this downtrend that we have drawn. So confirmed that this is a lower high. It didn't manage to break out just yet, but we saw a bounce on this price range, and over the next few days we're hoping for it to test this support. Hopefully it holds, and then maybe break back up, break this downtrend and bounce back up and retest that resistance hopefully soon. But if not, it might stay on this consolidation phase before going up and retesting this level of resistance at 14.75. So yeah, we're just hoping that this support area that we have right here, that we've drawn since last week, holds. We hope this holds, and it would be the best time to get into this stock if you're thinking of going in here, trying to position yourself at the cheapest possible price we could get. But yeah, this zone that I have highlighted, we're watching this. Let's see what happens over the next few days. If it breaks this, since it's at support, we're looking at it and hoping that it'll bounce back. It'll bounce right up, or if not, it could potentially get even lower right here before trying to break back in, because we also see like an area of support right here. This was the low that we had before, 10.04, that area. So maybe it'll retest it again, who knows, but we shall watch and see. Next up, we have PHA once again on our top 5, but this time he's on second place. I think this was on most talked about yesterday. So what happened was it didn't quite pull back. This is reminding me of APL and what it was doing. Like, it was just holding this high right here, and as I've said, this is a gap that we were looking to fill, but it never filled it yet. So maybe it might just hit this resistance first before pulling back down and creating a level of support around this area. And hopefully, best case scenario, it would hold this price range instead and maybe not fill the gap just yet or ever. But yeah, we're hoping that this support range from 1.86 to 2 or 1.99 holds up, and let's see. Hopefully this range holds, builds the support right here before rallying back out and breaking out to 3 pesos. So we'll see. We'll save this chart. We'll come back right at it, right on it, and we will definitely keep watch of this stock. And up next on the third most trending stock, we have APL again as usual. And what happened was, as you can see, the price opened right here, rallied up a bit, and then before dropping to about 0.25 price area. So this was also expected because we were rallying so much. I was expecting it to pull back a little bit. Some people may be taking profits, but hopefully it creates a range, a level of range right around this area. If we go to our 1 hour time frame, we're hoping to look at this area right here for it to consolidate a little bit. So yeah, on our daily chart, it still looks like it's going up because yeah, I only have blue on my chart, but we can see in the 1 hour time frame that it went up right here, then it went down today, pulling back. So we're looking at this support zone right here that I've drawn in the orange box to hold up and hopefully settles in there before rallying again. So for those who might not have this yet, you could jump back in or jump into it. And if you chose to take profits already, you could probably soon jump back in if you choose to, as long as it forms support around this area. So that's it for APL today. And right up next, we have MRC, who broke out yesterday. So we were looking at two scenarios right here. We were looking at it pulling back before rallying up or breaking out finally. But what happened was it broke out today and reached a high of 0.83 before dropping right back into the 0.72 zone. So it was only natural because it was rallying for about 4 days straight, and then today it decided to pull back, but I'm hoping that it holds this resistance, as I've always talked about. Previous resistances that has been broken could potentially become support. So I'm looking at that zone, at this zone for sure, and we would be able to draw it better once we have seen more candles over the next few days. But for now, it's settling on around this price point at 0.72. Maybe it breaks back in because it's such a big candle that people just sold off. So it might break back in first, maybe, and then create a consolidation area right here before and hopefully bounce on this trend line before finally rallying back up. But we shall see over the course of the next 3 trading days what happens to this one. So we're patiently waiting for a good entry point on this one for sure. So up next we have ACEN as usual. It's still holding that downtrend, so I think it might be wise to just step out of this stock for now and just continue to watch what happens instead of getting caught buying too early and then potentially losing money or not having a good entry. But yeah, Today, most of these stocks I wasn't watching because I had stuff to do, but surprising that I mean it's not that surprising for me, but yeah, to see a red day today, the PSE pulling back in, it's typical once you've seen days of rallying from the market. It's there's usually gonna be a pullback from that. So I'm hoping that we still maintain that uptrend, but for now there's a short-term downtrend, short-term pullback, and hopefully once the traders go back in, the prices would continue to rally as we have have in mind, or as we are expecting because of the rally from since last week. So yeah, today was just a healthy pullback. Hopefully it is just a healthy pullback and not have everything crash on us. So yeah, we should stay patient on our setups. Next up, we're gonna quickly go through these, the top 5 right now. So this one has been on a halt. There were no trades since December 18, but I heard that there are news that tomorrow it could start trading again. And what we've seen from how do you call this, stocks that have halted because of something like a disclosure maybe, or news, or company decisions. As we've seen, most often than not, the prices just jump way out of proportion. So one thing that we could look at is MRC. So basically, there was a halt from December 9, and the trades just continued around. It continued the next week, the following week, December 17. So there was like a 1 week halt from trading. What happened was there was this huge gap from 0.51, no, close to probably 0.48, yeah, and then jump to 0.72. So we could compare that to BSC. I'm expecting the prices to just jump over this resistance, maybe around this price point. So I'm pretty sure we're looking at a huge jump, around this area, maybe 0.68 zone. Who I can't tell, but if we are going to MRC, we saw like a how big is this? We saw like a 40% jump on prices on that, created that gap. So if we're gonna look at, sorry, if we're gonna look at BSC, who's gonna be trading again tomorrow, we could maybe see a 40% jump from here. Let's see where that is. So yeah, around that price point that I showed, so maybe around 0.66, that area. I can't predict it, but yeah, we always see that big of a jump from a trading halt. So let's see what happens. Maybe it's just around 0.65, who knows. But for sure, it's gonna jump, have a gap in between, and then definitely gonna have a sell off, because of all the people that bought right here in this area when they had an accumulation phase or the consolidation phase right here. So I am watching this stock for it to pull back. Remember this chart because you're gonna see a huge gap right here for sure. So yeah, that's it for BSC. Let's move on to T. So this one again jumped up first at the beginning and then went back down. So I always say, find or wait for it to have a level of support before coming into this. So it's just the first pullback out of this full on rally. So be careful. Be careful with this one. I'm still holding. I'm still waiting for it to form some sort of support. We could look at this immediate area, or maybe we could. I switched to 1 hour time frame. So yeah, we could look at these lows. Yeah, for it to maybe form a support where we would be confident to buy in. People would be confident to buy in. So we just gotta watch where it would stop bleeding. But for now, it's definitely pulling back. But who knows? Tomorrow it could it could rally again and just um, break the laws of physics. But yeah, this is a hype stock, so everyone's watching it. Let's wait and see tomorrow what happens. But if I were to get into this, I would be patient and wait. So next up, we have tech. Oof, yeah, this broke out yesterday as we saw, and yeah, pulling back for sure. Because after breaking out 4 days of rally, I'm pretty sure it's gonna test our previous resistance that we had, and hopefully, settle there, and then prices could potentially bounce back up, and hopefully it doesn't break this support. This resistance again and test this old support. So, yeah, I'm hoping for the best. This is an optimistic price action, not prediction, but hopes. But yeah, this resistance is definitely something to watch out for. Up next, we have MM. MM has been quiet, but yeah, it's been quiet and it's been trending because it's been a sell-off as well. The same with ACEN, still respecting that lower high, lower high right there, still on the downtrend, resistance still intact, and then we're just watching this area of support, which I could probably lower if I went to a lower time frame, but so that's been holding. Okay, so let's see what happens. There was a huge candle wick right there. So yeah, I'm keeping this. Chart and just watching out. And then lastly, for a surprise, breakout today. This just broke through all of the resistances. Yeah, and it just massively just closed on top of that. So most likely this is gonna be pulling back maybe tomorrow, or it could rally for a bit before pulling back. So if this is hyped, maybe it'll gap up for a bit, or like rally up a bit before pulling back. But this was definitely, man, I wish I caught this. I caught this big move. It's nearly like, oh, it was over 1 peso per share today. What? It jumped almost 1 peso per share today. Wow, that's a big, powerful move. But definitely, people are gonna be watching this, and if you're watching it too, I would suggest not to buy it on the top, and wait for it to settle. Maybe create a area of support. Maybe right here, or maybe right here on this previous resistance. So yeah, I'd be patient for the pullback and get it at a cheaper price. So yeah, that's all for tonight. Definitely gonna be watching tomorrow. PSE. I'll be watching it more tomorrow. I was a bit busy today, so I wasn't able to fully watch PSE, but stock market moved accordingly today, so I am not scared of the pullback. There has been just people taking profit, as with everybody. If it has hit your target, people definitely gonna take profit. So yeah, just watch out for the price zones that you have set up, and just honor your strategy, honor your target prices, and be patient on the development. So I'm definitely watching everything. But for now, I'm signing off. This is it for me for January 12's trending stock. I hope you got a little bit more insight on this one. And how do you call this? I'll see you guys again tomorrow. And as always, remember to stay patient, be disciplined, and strive to be more consistent. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.